Twilight is a 2008 movie directed by some bitch. It stars the dead guy from Harry Potter and America's favorite adulterous home-wrecking slut, Kristen Stewart. Now the movie starts out with some ugly bitch, you don't know her name yet. She's leaving the American Southwest because her mother and her mother's new husband are going on the road. And the mom doesn't want anything to do with the girl. She doesn't want to take her because she's cold and unemotional and she can't act. She's not that cute. She's kind of mousy. Anyway, the dad, who is divorced from the mom, lives in Forks, Washington, which is cold and dreary, and it's where they invented grunge music and Starbucks coffee, but we won't hold that against them because it's cold and dreary, and I have a feeling that's going to be like a major plot point. So she gets to Forks, and it's obvious that her dad doesn't want shit to do with her, which that doesn't surprise me because she's just not that cute. Again, if she was cute, the dad would be like, oh, God, you. So he buys her this hideous dyke truck, and she is so into it. She just thinks it's the greatest shit she's ever seen, and it's not. It's an orange dyke truck. She's going to look fucking ridiculous driving it, but she want to drive it anyway. I don't know. Maybe they don't have cars in Phoenix, where she come from, the American Southwest. I don't know. I've never been out. So the first day of school, which is in March, she takes her dyke truck to school, and everybody's like, oh, God, look at this dyke and her dyke truck. But she's like, whatever, I'm Bella, I'm cool. Even though she's not the cutest girl in the school, everybody thinks she's the fucking tits. Which she's not. She's not that cute. She dresses like Rosie O'Donnell, which they never really address. I think it's weird that you dress like Rosie O'Donnell and you drive this big orange dyke truck. I don't know, maybe it's just me. A couple days go by, or the first day, you can't really tell because this movie's so poorly made. And she's in lunchroom one day with all her new friends who think she's the tits, and in come the Cullens, a band of pasty-faced, incestuous freaks that are all gorgeous and all drive really cool cars. Now, I'm not so much into any of them because they all look kind of weird and they have this horrible makeup on and it look like Michelle Phan did it or something. I don't know. But anyway, they all have really nice cars and really bad nose jobs and really bad dye jobs, and then there comes Edward. And he is like the finest male homosexual anybody has ever seen. Except for me. I'm not into it. He looks like some kind of treasure trove with his hair. It's not cute. Bella is like totally into Edward. I guess she's like fag hag, and she's like, oh God, he's obviously the gayest person in the school just based on the way he dresses and his gay ass hair and shit like that. So either Bella wants to totally fag out for this guy or she wants to hit it. I don't really know. After lunch, they have biology class, and the only spot Bella can take is next to Edward. Bella goes to sit down next to Edward, and he totally flips the fuck out. I don't know why, but I'm assuming it's because she had like some kind of crotch rot issue going on, because she looks like the kind of girl who don't keep herself clean. Like she got some fish business down there. I don't know. But he totally flips the fuck out. He like runs out as soon as the bell rings. And it must be real, real bad because that bitch don't come back for a whole week. He's just gone. I assume he's at some Parisian day spa getting the inside of his nose job scrubbed out to get the stank of her punani out the air. I don't fucking know. So once Edward comes back, him and Bella have this like kind of, oh, I'm sorry I left because your punani smelled bad. She's like, oh no, it's my fault that my punani smelled bad. I just don't really do much with it. It just kind of hangs out. I don't know, punani thing, who the fuck knows. So then after school one day, the only black guy in all of Washington is driving his mom's totally bitchin' and sweet Ford Aerostar van, and he's all crunked up on purple drink. And what do you know? He loses control on the icy, icy roads of Washington, and he crashes into Bella. And I'm like, oh shit, this is it right here. This bitch is gonna die. This is gonna be the best part of this whole damn movie because this is what I've been waiting for. Because there's no way this character can go on and star in the rest of all these fucking books and movies because she's terrible. She can't act and she's ugly. Well, that's what you think, but then Edward comes in out of nowhere, stops the car with his fucking hand. I don't know about you. I can't stop no fucking car with my hand. That makes me suspicious of him right away. He is not normal. That is not right. That is dark-sided. That is not godly. No. And of course he has an excuse. Bella goes to the hospital and she's like, hey, how did you save me? You were super strong and I like that, even though it's weird. And he's like, well, no, bitch, don't worry about what I do because it was adrenaline. And then she's like, no, I don't believe that. I don't believe that was adrenaline. I think some other shit went on. And he's like, no, bitch, chill out. I just smoked some bath salts and now I'm going to eat your face off. And he eats her face off. And I'm like, yeah, she's dead. But no, that didn't really happen. It would have been cool, though. So then at some point, Bella has this Indian friend, you know, not a red dot. He's a one of those, like a featherhead Indian, like the Thanksgiving Indians. But he's got a bad weave. Fucking Indians having bad weaves and shit. So they all go to some beach, and all of his little Indian friends are there. And they're like, "Oh no, Edward can't come here. That's not right. This is the Indian only beach." Whatever. So he tells her the story about these cold people. Ooh, they so cold, but I'm hot-blooded because I'm an Indian. I'm a hoo, and he's doing like a rain dance and shit. So that's when Bella starts getting fucking suspicious. She's putting two and two together. This is a smart bitch right here. She gonna figure some shit out. Because they don't have the internet in Forks, Bella has to go all the way to some other town to get a book about these fucking Indians. And while she's there, don't you know, because she's so pretty and so vulnerable, she almost gets raped up the ass. But, wait for it, Edward shows up again to save her. And he's like, oh, God, I can't believe this happening. These guys want to rape you up the ass. And she's like, oh, how do you know? Maybe they just wanted to talk to me and tell me I was a good actress. And he's like, no, bitch, you're not a good actress. Nobody's ever going to fucking tell you that. Quit thinking about it. So afterwards, he takes her to this cafe, I think. I don't know, I'm not really paying attention at this point. She gets some kind of bullshit because she's a vegetarian. She loves animals because they're so cute and cuddly. So, at that point, Edward confesses that he's some kind of Sookie Stackhouse-style telepath. And Bella's just like, oh, that's cool. That you can read your mind. And he's like, oh, I can't read yours. That's why you're intriguing to me. And you smell so delicious and sexy. On the way home from the restaurant, Bella tries to, like, turn down the heat or turn up the heat or change the radio station to like 105.9 smooth jazz for your lovers. And she touches Edward's hand and she's like, oh, fuck. That hand is cold. That is some serious cold morgue shit right there. I don't know what's going on, but that hand's cold. So that is bitch is totally Veronica Mars is out, right? She thinks she's Veronica Mars. She's going to get home, finally get on the internet, which she had installed earlier that day, and do some research. Now what the fuck do you think she finds out? She finds out that Edward, who is super strong and super fast, and knows how to read minds and shit, that he is some kind of fucking vampire. And I'm like, damn, this bitch is smart that she figured all this shit out. She's gotta be smart about this. Because if some vampire is gonna fucking come and get you, you gotta be prepared. You gotta call Buffy, you gotta get you a wooden stake, you gotta find you some garlic, you gotta always be in the sunlight, which is gonna be a bad problem, because ain't no sunlight in Forks. So the next day at school, because seriously, you found out somebody you wanna fuck is a vampire, you clearly go to school the next day. Bitch, please, I'd be skipping school, going to class, getting my ears pierced, some other bullshit. So she goes to school and confronts him publicly in like an open space with lots of witnesses. No, this bitch don't do that. She takes him in the fucking secluded foggy woods behind the school and she's like, oh my God, listen, these are true facts. You cold as fuck, you're strong, you're fast, and you talk like a grizzled 18th century prospector. And he's like, well, bitch, that's true. What you think I is? And she's like, oh, well, clearly you's a vampire. Clearly. Girl, this is when I know this shit's gonna go down. He is gonna pull her into the woods. He gonna bite like right here, maybe over here. I don't like all up and she don't got all of this. But I mean, you know, he gonna bite her ass, drink her blood. This movie's finally gonna fucking be over. I can go watch some porn, go watch Designing Women, go watch Scandal with Miss Olivia Pope. I don't know. Something's gonna happen. What fucking happens? He throws her on his back like she's a goddamn pygmy howler monkey, and they don't run out in the forest. Oh, child, we running. We running, child, we gonna get somewhere. So they get to the fucking top of the forest in the sunlight, and he's like, bitch, I need you to see who I is. And she's like, oh my God, what's gonna happen? This vampire's gonna go fucking crazy. And I'm like, bitch, he's gonna eat your ass. That is what vampires do. They eat dumb bitches. So what the fuck does he do? Take off his shirt. Y'all know it's coming. He takes off his shirt, turns into the sun. Let me find my light over here. Turns into the sun. Bitch, then Rihanna pops out singing Shine Bright Like a Diamond. This motherfucker sparkles. Sparkles! Like Twilight sparkle, like he's a fucking My Little Pony. She's like, oh god, it looks like diamonds. Bitch, it ain't diamonds! That's his faggotry coming through. Can't hide that shit for long. Whatever. This motherfucker is sparkling. That's all I can say about it. He's fucking sparkling. She's like, oh my god, it's so beautiful. He's fucking sparkling. And let me tell you, he looks like the gayest fucking vampire ever. Like if Vampire Elton John was sired by Vampire John Travolta, who was sired by Vampire Cher. That's what you fucking look like when you're a sparkly ass vampire. Just let you know. So you think that when you find out somebody you're totally in love with, even though they haven't really spent much time together, she's totally in love with Edward. Bella doesn't give half a fuck if he's a vampire because she is totally into his pasty ass, right? And now this is the point in the movie where you know shit's about to get serious. Because when you say, bitch, I'm okay with you being a vampire. We're two teenagers. You're 187. I'm only 17. And no, I can't act and I'm not that cute. But whatever. Let's fuck. That is the next obvious step that you would take. You know how many vampires I fucked in high school? Like 7. Anyway, so I'm like, this is it. He's going to throw that bitch down. He's going to rip her clothes off. She's going to throw her head back. He's going to take his frozen breadstick and slide it into a hot, hot lady oven. And that's going to be some hot fucking sex right there, because I love me a good sex scene. What happens? No, nothing. They hold hands in a field full of flowers and talk about their last fucking yeast infection. After a couple more days or weeks or months, you can't really tell, Edward decides it's time to introduce Bella to his family, who she apparently hasn't met all this time at school, where they all go, except for the parents. So his brothers and sisters are like this creepy blonde guy, this girl with the bad nose job, this girl with the bad blonde dye job, and Kellen Lutz, who's just something's wrong with his face. Look, I think he's got extra chromosomes or something. And that's something that ain't right to put somebody in a movie like that. Anyway, they all pretty fucking stupid, except I'm totally into the blonde bitch, because she hates Bella. She's like, bitch, what you doing in my house? And Bella's like, oh god, I'm just here to eat Italian food and like talk to my vampire boyfriend. And she's like, bitch, get out of here, I don't have time for your ass. But the other one, the one with the nose job, seriously, this fucking nose job, you think if you're a vampire, you've been around for all this time, you could invest in a better plastic surgery? Look like she got this shit done in Tijuana for $25.95. And she had a coupon. And it was expired, but they took it anyway. This bitch's nose is jacked up looking. She's like, whatever. So they're at the house, and Edward plays some piano, and it's totally faggoty, and Belle is totally into it, and eventually they fall in love. So again, at some point, could be weeks, could be months, could be days, could be 14 hours later, I don't fucking know. Edward shows up in the middle of the night when Bella's on the phone with her mom talking about boys and stickers and unicorns, whatever insipid little bitches talk about. And he's like, oh girl, I'm here to check on you. And she's like, oh god, do you do that a lot? He's like, yeah, just for the past couple of months I've been watching you sleep. The fuck you doing while I'm sleeping? Let me tell you, if I wake up in the middle of the fucking night and there's some pasty ass faggot motherfucker staring over me jacking off while I'm sleeping, I'm gonna get up and kick him in the nuts. While he's down, I'm gonna grab a gun or a knife or a frying pan or my dog or something. I'm gonna beat the shit out of him until he's dead, and I'm gonna get away with it because you broke into my house and you jacking off on me while I'm sleeping. The fuck? How is that okay, Edward? That ain't cute. Breaking into somebody's house and shit. Looking at him. She was probably wearing granny panties at some point. Look at that whole granny panties. Be like, damn, this bitch look good even though she can't act. So, just when you think this whole movie has no point and not a fucking thing's gonna happen, the vampires decide to go play baseball. Because, like sparkling, that's something vampires do. But they gotta play when it's thundering outside and shit, because if they don't, then everybody's gonna be like, where's all that thunder coming from? It must be vampires. Stephanie Myers is just a national treasure. She's such a good writer. So many good ideas. So many things we can teach the children. So they're playing baseball, and it's like Bella's just standing there because she's fucking useless. And everybody's like hitting balls and crap like that. And then out of nowhere, these real vampires show up. Now when I say real vampires, these look like they could actually fuck you up. Like, I don't think these motherfuckers sparkle. They might just rip your fucking throat out, rip your head off, have sex with your neck hole. I don't fucking know. It's serious. One of them's fine as fuck. It's Cam Gigadet. He sounds like a Pokemon. He might be a Pokemon. I don't fucking know, but he looked good. He got a bad weave in too. Whatever. We gonna forgive it because he takes his shirt off. So, we're real vampires. We don't have no fruity AccuView honey-colored lenses. And they're like, oh, well, listen, this is where we live. You can't be here. And the other guy's like, well, whatever, let's just play baseball. So then the dad's like, well, that's cool. Let's play baseball because that's what vampires do. Then the shit hits the fan. Cam Gigadet, Pokemon. I don't even know if that's his name. I was going to look it up, but I didn't have time. Actually, I had time. I just said if I feel like don't if I'm late, but eat Cheetos instead. So the wind blows. And I'm thinking, oh damn, this bitch's punani gonna be stanking up the joint again. But no. It's her hair this time. Might have been her hair the first time. I don't fucking know. But apparently the bitch smells like corn dogs. And apparently vampires fucking love corn dogs. So he's like, oh god, you brought something to eat. And Edward's like, no bitch, that's my girl. You can't eat her, whatever. So it turns out that this dude James, Pokemon James Gigadet, Cam Gigadet, bad weave. He is what is called a tracker. And he's not going to rest until he eats Bella's sweet punani. Or her corn dog scent. Or drinks her blood. Or I don't know what the fuck they do. I don't even think the vampires drink blood in these movies because they're such fucking pansies. Even the badass ones are pansies. So, oh my god, what are we going to do? We got to get Bella out of here. He's going to kill everybody. We're like 5 vampires, but we can't fight one. Oh my god. So, James, the vampire, Pokemon, whatever, he wants to kill Bella. That's what he's going to do. And for some reason, it's still really unclear to me, all the other vampires, the Cullens, they don't want her to die. Like, to me, sounds like a pretty good idea. Let that bitch die. She's pointless. You know? And everybody's like, no, we have to save her, except for the blonde bitch who I love. She is just gagged. She's like, well, I ain't saving her. I'm going to get my nails dead. I'm going to watch Real Housewives. I don't have time to save this bitch. But Edward's like, yeah, whatever her name is. I don't even know. Rosalind. Do it, blonde bitch, with the bad dye job. And she's like, God, fine, whatever, fuck you. So, the one with the nose job takes Bella back to Phoenix because that's the only other option besides Forks. And, of course, James tracks that bitch asses down, and he gets Bella, and he kidnaps her, and oh my god, what's going on? And he bites her, and it's not cute. So Edward shows up fucking again, because, I mean, what the hell else is gonna happen? Because it's not like this bitch can take care of herself. So he bites her, right? And it's the rest of the time. Insane. Edward shows up, they start fighting, and then everybody else shows up, and the one with the bad nose jobs rips James's head off, and I'm sad, because he's gone, and then the only person you could even kind of look at is Kellen Lutz, and his head looks like a big old milk jug with eyebrows on it. It's not sexy, but it's better than Edward. I don't know about the one with the curly hair. I mean, he was alright, but he seemed kind of like socially awkward, like you couldn't take him to the club. Anyway, all this shit goes down, and the movie ends with Edward and Bella going to the prom. She's wearing some ugly ass dress. I don't know what this bitch is wearing. It looked like she got it from Forever 21 on sale, or like she got it from the dress barn. She got a cast on her arm because, I don't know, on her fucking leg. Her leg broke or some shit. I don't know what's going on. So at the prom, Edward parks his hatchback Volvo because that's what all the cool boys are driving these days. And he leaves Bella outside. And oh my god, here comes Jacob, her woo-hoo-hoo Indian friend. He's like, you need to break up with Edward. he's not cool. My dad paid me $25.99 to come over here, and the only reason I took it because I'm going to go down to Tijuana and get a nose job. And she's like, well, whatever. I love Edward. He's my boyfriend. He's my BFF forever. I love him. I'm going to have his vampire babies one day. And then he leaves, and it's all mysterious. And Edward's like, what do you know? I leave you. And then the wolves descend. And I'm like, oh! This motherfucker must be some kind of Indian headdress wearing werewolf. You know, werewolves don't get along with no fucking vampires. So that's going to be some serious shit. Maybe they should write like another movie or another book, or like expand it for like 15 more movies and 15 more books that are all equally terrible. I don't know. So they have some gay ass fun at the dance. The movie ends with Edward and Bella dancing together underneath starry lights and holding each other close, and it's so sweet. And she's like, damn baby, when you gonna kill me? And Edward's like, oh no, I can't do that. You're gonna have to like stay alive. And she's like, no, baby, kill me. I want you to kill me and make me a vampire because that's what I want to be when I grow up. And he's like, no, bitch. No, bitch, I ain't got time for turning you into no damn vampire. She's like, come on, Edward, do it for me. I would love that so much if you would turn me into a vampire. And he's like, bitch. No, bitch. That goes on for like 10 minutes. Them arguing back and forth because this bitch wants to die. Let me tell you. If I'm gonna let somebody kill me, it ain't gonna be for fucking Robert Pattinson. I'm sorry. I am sorry. I ain't even gonna let Cam Give You Dead Pokemon kill me. You gotta be like, bitch, I don't even know who I would let kill me. Oh, my life is sad. Anyway, he keeps telling her no, which is his diplomatic way of saying that she's terrible and unemotional and she can't act. And he doesn't want to spend forever with her. Poor Bella. But I'm sure it'll work out because there's like 4 more movies. So, that's my review, or recap and review, and recap and review, of Twilight. I don't think I have to do the other ones. Should I do the other ones? Let me know below in the comments. Thanks for watching, and as always, I'm going to beg you now to rate, comment, and subscribe, and I hate when people on YouTube do that. It really helps me out. Bitch, it don't fucking help you out besides putting money in the bank. Fucking fake-ass bitches, putting eyeliner on all crooked and shit, playing video games, thinking they saving the fucking world. So, subscribe. Bye. That was fucking exhausting. My brows on point though.